what do we have in terms of the theories? What do the theories say about death? What do the theories say about life? How are they connected? One of the most fascinating and never-ending questions is, what happens after death? To situate this matter, it is important to look at the theories of life and death. Generally, there are two broad classes of people: the monistic class and the dualistic class. The monistic class says that all the facts of life can be explained by reference to this visible world in which we live. So for them, all that we perceive through our five senses is all that there is, nothing again. The dualistic class says that part of the phenomenon of life is in another world, is linked to another world, which is invisible to us. Both classes keep arguing, each thinking its answers are the correct ones. Well, I don't know what yours is, whether you belong to the monistic class or the dualistic class. Let us look at the ignorant and materialistic individual. And we talk about this in our lecture number 1. They agree that there is death, but what happens after death is not a matter of concern to them. They are likely to argue against any talk about life after death. Since they do not know and are not prepared to learn anything, they are prone to saying that nobody has been there and back. Hence, it is not worth believing anything, that there is life after death. To the materialistic person, this life is all that there is. So let us eat, drink, and make merry, because tomorrow we are no more. So what happens after death is nothing to worry about. Such an individual will insist nothing happens after death. The thinking is that the dead simply fizzles out into oblivion. That is the materialistic view. How about the moralists and the atheists? Since they do not believe in the supernatural, they, like the materialistic person, conclude that nothing happens after death. They expected consciousness or awareness of the individual to come to an end. That is their expectation, leaving only memory of such an individual who is dead in the minds of the living. But modern scientific investigations and findings are proving the materialistic and the atheist wrong. Here comes some other theories. The scientific school of thought is one. What does it say? It says that life is a short journey from the cradle to the grave. There is no higher intelligence in the universe than the human being. A person's mind is produced by certain correlations of matter, and death and dissolution of the body terminate existence. That is the traditional scientific view. This traditional scientific theory has been proven to be limited. Years of investigation by modern science shows that matter does not come to an abrupt end, as concluded by the traditional scientific person. Consciousness, intelligence, and mind have been shown to exist even after the death of people. Great scientists such as Sir Oliver Lodge, Camille Flammarion, Cesare Lombroso, they held the view that the dead can, and under certain conditions, do communicate with us even though we may not be aware. Findings from today's scientific investigations into the fourth and fifth dimensions are giving credence that there are things beyond the three-dimensional world in which we live, things beyond what our five senses reveal. These scientific findings are in tune with the established laws such as the law of conservation of matter and the law of conservation of energy. The mind, intellect, consciousness are all forms of energy and immune from destruction. Also, people with great spiritual faculties conducted investigation during which they contacted and received information from the deceased. Let us now go to the theory of theology. The theory says that a human being is created by God and lives on earth, varying from a few minutes to a few score years. At the end of life, the individual returns through the portal of death to the invisible world, where he or she remains awaiting judgment according to the deeds done in the body during the few years on earth. He or she may enter into happiness or misery after judgment. This viewpoint of the theologian triggers questions when viewed against some Bible quotations. For example, Genesis chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. We read, "And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made." The big question is God still creating human beings? When a child is born, is it a new creation?
Filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn, no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all this.